Good morning. My name is Shawn and I welcome you back to the Mango Grow for a daily Bitcoin USD analysis video. Bitcoin hitting our target of 10,400, the target that we've been waiting for all the way since over here, since 8,200. In fact, we speculated on that target somewhere around here, right at 7,700 when we took our first trade off the break of the 4-day ascending triangle. But we weren't as confident back over here. We only gained that confidence when we found that support on that weekly level right over here at 8,200. And this is what I mean, guys. Play the higher time frames and you will have the easier trades. Don't get too stuck on the lower time frames because you will be getting in, getting out, kicked in. It's just so frustrating. It's just so stressful. It's not the Mango way. This is the Mango way. Playing the higher time frames, letting the trade unfold and getting those big wins. And we were looking at 10,400 all the way over here. And now it's finally here. Our target is here. And now the question is, how do we play this moving forward? What do we do? Do we wait for further continuation to the upside? Do we take profits? Do we get out of our entire position? Do we short over here? It's a weekly resistance, right? We'll be discussing all of that in today's video. First, let's do a quick recap on what we talked about in yesterday's video, okay? I'll switch on over to the 4-hour time frame for that. If you guys do remember, I'll turn off the horizontals. If you guys do remember, Bitcoin was sitting somewhere around here when we did yesterday's video, and everybody was getting bearish. Everybody and their mothers was waiting for 9,550, 9,600. And to be honest, I was looking at 9,600 as a potential bounce level too. But we were also looking at 9,700, guys. This is why I like marking out zones, and this is why I said that I'll be averaging in my position in that zone. There was too much going on at 9,700, way too much. It was our weekly level, okay, the major weekly level that we marked out throughout so many videos now, and there was something bigger going on over there too, right? Now, I didn't talk about this in yesterday's video, and this was just to be fair to those of you who have access to the Mango Vine indicator and paid for it. But hey, on the 12-hour as well as the 4-hour, we had a major signal on the Vine yet again, and you guys know how well the 12-hour signals have been playing out. Right over here at 8,200, we got our first 12-hour signal. Now again over here, and we said we're going to wait for the next 12-hour signal, right? Well, we got it. Was I expecting it to happen so soon after? Well, it wasn't really soon, right? We have to be patient. How many days has it been? It's been 16 days, 2 weeks. Damn, time flies. So yeah, we had to wait 16 days for the next signal, but it came, and you don't not take your edge, man. If this is your edge and so much is lining up with it, you have the 4-hour Vine, you have your weekly level, and the 12-hour Vine coming in onto that weekly level, you don't not take that trade. So what did I do? I didn't take the trade. No, I'm kidding. I got filled 2 out of 3 positions, so I'm bummed out at myself for that. You guys do remember, right, how I talked about how I'm going to be averaging my position in by dividing into 3, and this is one of those trade-off scenarios. If you guys do remember, I did the same thing for 8,200. We had all the time in the world for me to get filled while averaging in. I started averaging all the way at around 8,380-ish, got filled all the way through the bottom of this move over here and got the nice bounce, right? Over here, however, Bitcoin didn't spend that much time. Bitcoin literally bounced very fast, and I am bummed at myself because I was watching this wedge over here. Okay, and I took my first position literally right after the video I did yesterday, when I assessed the situation, looked at the 12-hour Vine, looked at the 4-hour Vine. In all fairness to you guys, I did post the Vine screenshot on the Grove as well as the Seed. It was a bit later, but I did post it. So that was our big signal for this. And then we had the breakout over here. That's when I took my second position in over here. It lined up with something that ChainLink did as well, but don't want to get into that right now. And then over here, right, I thought I'd have my time to buy a higher low. That didn't happen. Bitcoin just plowed right through. So I got filled only 2 out of 3. And hey, I'm still happy overall, man. So if you zoom out, you're going to notice something over here. Right now, it looks like the perfect trade. It looks literally like the perfect trade. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. Things do not pan out this perfectly. Things do tend to be a little choppier, but Bitcoin has been so freaking generous, man. There has been no excuse for trend traders to not win out on this. There has been no excuse. Look how well this has been panning out. We break out of this 4-day range over here, get the perfect retest, have an up thrust onto the daily 200 right over here on the bottom of the red box territory, bounce down to the weekly 21 EMA, daily 21 EMA, Mango Vine 12-hour too. For by the way, the Mango Vine is a trend indicator tool as well. You guys who have access to the accompanying videos, please go ahead and watch all the different types of strategies you can use it in, and then bounce again, break to the top of the range over here. Now over here, in all fairness, the perfect trade would have been if I bought the bottom of the box over here, but I didn't do that. I was waiting for a little bit underneath. Didn't get that, right? Broke to the upside, that's where I added. And now we're looking for continuation. The question is, do we actually see a proper break of 8,400? And what do I mean by a proper break of 10,400? What did I just say? 4,800? 10,400. I am looking for a weekly close above this level. Let me go ahead and pull up our weekly chart. I do believe it was on Coinbase. Yep, right over here, right? As you can see, we are sitting right against this teal box right over here. This teal box right over here is my target. It was my target. And even if you look at this through a weekly perspective, guys, we broke on over to the middle of the range over here, came and had the perfect retest of our weekly level at 9,700 and plowed right back on over to the top of the range again. So we're sitting against weekly resistance as we speak, okay? 10,380 as we speak. We've been going over that number over and over and over again throughout the past like freaking 10 days. We've been saying 10,380 to 10,450, 10,380 to 10,450. Well, we are sitting at 10,380 right now. So how do you play this? I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing. Keep in mind though that I have a thicker position than you guys. I have been in my position ever since 7,600 really, and then we hedged, re-added even more. So that's what makes me, that's why I may have to play this a little differently compared to you guys, and then we've been adding on the way, right? So I have taken, just this morning, I was a little bit unsure of what to do last night. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to sleep on it. And this morning I realized, you know what, I'm going to take some profits over here because that was the plan. And I want to talk about a little bit of the psychology over here, guys. Last night, I hesitated to take profits because I did not get my fills, right? I wanted 3 fills and I got only 2 out of 3 fills. And that affected me psychologically, where I'm like, you know what? No, I didn't get my entire fill, so I'm going to hold on to my trade. And if you think about it, that is so irrational. Just because you don't get filled does not mean you don't take profits, right? Just because you don't get your entire fill, does not mean you deviate from your plan. Every time I have deviated from my plan, guys, I have lived to regret it. So I told myself, no, Shawn, shake yourself out of it and do what you had planned to do. But here's what happened. By the time I shook myself out of it, etc., price had already come down, right? Already came down to 10,200-ish, and I was like, damn it, the profit target was 10,380-ish, right? 10,400, 10,380. So I was being patient, shook myself out of it, said, you know what, Shawn? Price still looks good here. You're going to get another opportunity to sell around the same levels. And hey, what do you know? This morning, I got that opportunity, right? So I sold at around 10,340, not my entire position. That's another key thing, guys. That's another key thing. If you're on a trend trade, always stay with the trend, okay? I took profits over here because 1, we had a major weekly resistance. 2, this was our target that we've been eyeing ever since over here. 3, my position had become pretty thick to a point where, you know what, I want to be able to take out some equity, add that to my margin, so that if we do see a pullback, I will be able to add to my position even more with more confidence. Because to be honest, guys, on the daily, going back on over to the daily over here, where we've marked our entries over here, while I was adding to my position, right, I wasn't able to comfortably add as much as I wanted to and go as aggressive because my position was getting a little bit thicker and thicker, because I hadn't touched my position ever since we added over here, right? We just been letting it ride. So over here, it's not too far away from my previous position, not too far away at all, and I'm not taking profits at all yet. We've been sitting through these drawdowns. So when I'm able to take profits now after a big win, I will be able to use that equity that I've pulled out as more margin to make myself feel more comfortable. So you guys notice how I went quiet for a little bit over there? Well, guess what? My mic wire fell off again. Ah, man, I really need to do something about this, or I need to stop moving around, because the more I move, the more I hit the wire and it's more likely to fall. Or I take this. Okay, anyways, I went on a long spiel over there and I talked about a bunch of other things too while Bitcoin was ticking up through this resistance level, and yeah, lost all that audio because it didn't record. Anyways, I was talking about margin, taking profits out to add it to your margin to be to make yourself a lot more comfortable adding a bigger position size, right? So essentially, yeah, it's as simple as that, man, as simple as that. But I do want to mention that it's very, very important that when you're in a trend trade, that you maintain, at least this is my strategy, I maintain my long exposure as long as the trend is still intact, right? Now, even though I know that we have resistance or your major resistance, I am not comfortable getting rid of my entire exposure just because we have resistance over here, right? I will get rid of my planned profit taking target, right? So I'll say, hey, I'll take out 20% of my trade, I'll take out 25% of my trade. Again, I'm a little bit more aggressive in my trend trades. I have a lot more stomach sitting through drawdowns and profits, but that's just me. That's just me. You got to have a plan strategy for yourself, for your personality, etc., etc. And you also have to take into consideration your position size and the risk that you have exposed to the market. And again, for those of you who are on the C program, you guys know what I mean by risk. What is really risk, right? It's your entire risk. You have to take into consideration all those factors that I talked about. 5-hour module for a reason, right? And I had to take that into consideration today as well. And this morning I actually bought some $10,000 strike puts. Why? Because I'm afraid of slippage risk. I'm afraid of liquidity risk. I have to take all of that into consideration. And hey, the premium was around $850. I'm willing to pay that premium to safeguard myself against any of that extreme volatile movement that Bitcoin is known to have, right? And this is around that area, guys, where Bitcoin may have that. So risk it comes down to risk, personality, everything. When you are taking profits, when you are playing a trend trade, I like going for the bigger wins. So I take out potential profit, I take out partial profits, and then when the trade pulls back, I will look for a key level to use the fact that I've taken out profits to add to my trade even stronger. In fact, Bitcoin is coming down right now as I record this, hitting out resistance really well, wicking above it and making its way down. Going back to what I was talking about before Bitcoin started doing this as well, we are looking at the price action over here. I was essentially talking about this wedge that broke on over to the upside, and how we almost instantly put in a daily bullish engulfing candle. And I wanted to talk about this a little bit because a lot of people misunderstand what an engulfing really is, or what it should be. At least in crypto, almost everything is because they'll call this an engulfing. To me, this is not engulfing. This is a bullish candle, but it does not need to be an engulfing candle to be bullish, okay? On the flip side, just because a candle is engulfing does not mean it automatically means it's going to have further upside. You got to look at the big picture. So this is an engulfing candle, guys. Why? Because we did not only engulf the entire body of the candle, but we initially we wicked underneath. Okay, the bears had control by taking out the low of the previous day. They had control by taking out the low of the previous day, and we saw that, right? On the lower time frames, you saw that happen. That's why people are getting so bearish. We took out the lows right over here of the previous day, and then what did we do? We actually took it all back. The bears lost control. They gave it all back, and they also lost defense of their previous high. So the bears not only lost the momentum after taking out the previous low, okay, of the previous candle, but they also lost the defense of the previous high. So that, by the way, makes something of extremely bullish maneuver or bullish move by the bulls, right? It engulfed the candle on both ends. Oh, and by the way, the reason I have a different rule set for an engulfing candle in crypto is because crypto runs 24/7. Okay, in traditional markets, they close over the weekend, right? They do not run 24/7, so they have a bigger chance of having a gap down or a gap up. So when a candle gaps down, for example, then you have a chance to put in a bullish engulfing, because the bulls have started lower than the previous day's low and was still able to take back that low and plus create a new high. That's what makes it engulfing. That's what makes it a bullish engulfing in that scenario. The reverse is true when you gap up and the bears are able to push it down lower than the previous day's low. Okay, I hope you guys understand. You cannot look for the same rule set. You cannot be so mechanical with your trading, guys. Okay, and people who are being mechanical and being so nitpicky, hey man, this is this, no, this is not right, man. No, the actual definition is blah blah blah. No, man, shut the hell up. Okay, I don't want to hear any of that, and you guys are going to find that in the Mango Grove I don't even entertain those conversations. I just like walk away, because man, you're not going. Trading is not a mechanical process. There's so much the reason these things are what they are is because you're trying to read the psychology of the market participants. That's what you're really trading. You're not trading random candles and patterns, man. Even patterns are a expression of market psychology and market behavior, guys. So yeah, enough of that. So as soon as we had that tick, even once we had that tick over 10,200, I immediately was looking for further highs, like in this zone over here, new local highs at the very least. Immediately looking towards 10,400 actually. Now, was I going to market buy over there? I was tempted, but I'm sitting very well in profits. There's no reason for me to get overly aggressive at all. But look at that, as soon as we ticked, we had that move to the upside, and you're seeing that right now. This is bullish engulfing, and you're looking at it through the bigger picture, right? Looking at it holistically. You're looking at it at the fact that, hey, we have a bullish engulfing candle on a weekly support level, okay? The 12-hour mango vine, okay, you have to look at your edge, right? Everything that you care about. Maybe you don't care about weekly. Maybe you care about some other level. Maybe you care only about the vine. I know some of you guys only look at only the vine, but I look at the holistic picture, right? So we had so much going for us. Overall uptrend. We had the weekly support level. We had the 12-hour vine. We had the wedge breaking to the upside on the 4-hour. There's so much going for Bitcoin, over 10,000 as well. A lot of trap traders over here, a lot of traders trying to short this, short the fact that we took out the previous day's low. A lot of things going for it. Anyways, a lot of ranting today, but I hope this video finds you guys well. I hope you guys learn a lot from this video. Let me know if you guys like my rants, or do you guys want me to just do technical analysis? I can do technical analysis. Let's do some technical analysis. Let's look at the oscillators. Do we have any bearish divergence? That's what people have been talking about. This may cross bearish actually, but it won't matter. We may keep crossing bullish, bearish. As long as we're sitting above the 80 zone on the stochastics, I don't care. This is somebody PM me saying that there's bearish divergence. I'm not sure whether he said there's bearish divergence on the daily, 12 or 4 hour. We look at them all. You cannot say this is bearish divergence. How? We've not even confirmed this as a low yet, so nope, not there. 12-hour may have a chance of putting it in, but again, they have a lot of space to play with, but we've not confirmed this as a low, so nope. I don't see how we could be doing it. This may have a closer chance to be doing it, but we need to be taking out this level here, 10,200. If we take out 10,200 on the 4-hour, then I'll be looking at 10,065, okay? And hey, maybe we put in a higher low over there, at least on the 4-hour. I'll be looking for that to get defended. We have the 10K in the 10 SMA and the 21 EMA. This is going to likely have I might actually get tempted to get my position back over here. The rest of it, I don't know. I don't want to be too aggressive either. Okay, so maybe over here, maybe this does, if we do take out this wick over here, 10,212, I'll be looking for this to come down to around 10,054-ish. And yeah, let's look at the lower time frame. What's going on over here? This is looking pretty healthy actually. Put in another high, but the fact that we got sold into this aggressive move to 10,500, getting sold into this much of the candle getting sold into, does give you a clue as to what may come. That 4-hour bearish divergence may actually play out, but it is not bearish divergence yet. At least not through the rules I play with. All right, and the rules I play with are a lot more cautious and have a lot more they play out a lot more often. Okay, they have a lot more edge to it. People have they have rules where they give themselves too much leeway to just see what they want to see, and then they end up losing money in the market. So you always have to think about the long run. You may be right this time, but are you going to keep being right? And is that a strategy that you could actually make a living out of. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let's do a quick recap after all my rambling. I'm looking for 11,400 if we can close a weekly above 10,400. All right. Currently, we may go all the way up to 10,500ish to 10,700. Actually, we already made our way to 10,500, so that target's already hit. We may make our way to 10,770ish. That is monthly resistance as well as weekly resistance. See some. I'm expecting some resistance over there as well. However, this is Bitcoin. Okay, this is Bitcoin, and this is why I always tend to keep my long exposure as long as the trend is up. Okay. Because I don't know what Bitcoin's going to do. Nobody is going to know what Bitcoin will really do. It may do something crazy. Like, did anybody really expect this move? But we were in position for it, right? Did I know this was going to come? No, but I was really happy that morning. I remember, oh man, this was such a great morning. Krisha shows up from the washroom. She's like, Shawn, Bitcoin 4,800. By the time she got from the washroom to me, Bitcoin had already ticked up to like 5,300 or something. That's how fast it was moving, man. It was such a great day. It was such a great day. Yeah, and all of never mind. Stories for another time. So my name is Shawn Dexter, guys. I haven't talked about resistance. I haven't talked about support levels, right? So I'm looking at, on the daily, we're looking all the way 9,500 still is a major level, but for now 9,700 does become a new pivot point on the daily time frame. Taking on 9,700 will have us make a quick move to around 9,500, and that's where I will be looking for a bounce at the very least. All right, we do not want to be losing that 9,500 level because that does change things a little bit. But maybe now after like liquidating all those over leveraged shorts who are looking for 9,500, 9,400. Maybe now we see that $9,500 move, right? We could, and I'm okay with that. I'm in the trend, man. I'm in the trend. I've been sitting through drawdowns. I'll sit through a little bit more drawdown. I've taken some profit, so I'll be happy actually this time if we do see that, because I get to add to my position stronger. So my name is Shawn Dexter. Throw a like, throw a subscribe. I'm going to be doing an Ethereum as well as a ChainLink video today, probably in the same video. I'll also want to cover XRP. Actually, a lot of things are looking interesting. A lot of opportunity in the market. So stay tuned for all of that. I'll be posting the links in the Discord channel. We've not migrated fully there yet, but it will keep things a lot more organized. See you soon.